Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick here with the second installment of our Learn to Code series on the wonderful programming language of C#. Now, the past couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of questions about what C# is, what programming is as a whole, what are some of the differences between C# and Java. Let me clarify all of that right now. To begin, programming is nothing more than writing out a series of instructions for your computer to follow to carry out a specific task. Your programming code is nothing more than the schematic for your computer to follow. I want you to kind of think about it like this. If I'm traveling to a specific destination within the United States, and the only thing that I have is a map, or a set of instructions rather, I better make sure those instructions are clear. Theoretically, I can go to Canada, I can go back down to Mexico, have a couple of tacos with my friends, I can go dive in the Pacific Ocean, take a flight to France, go back home, slap my mom across the face, have her kill me, have her resurrect me, and then go to California. Theoretically, I could do that. All of that information could be in the instructions, but why do you have to make it so difficult on yourself? It's the same exact thing within our programming. We want to make sure that all of our code is clear and concise and easy to understand, so our computer or our application can take the best route possible to solve that specific problem. It is nothing more and it is nothing less than typing out a schematic for your application to understand. That is all programming is, I kid you not. Now, the differences between C# and Java. There aren't any. It's like speaking a different dialect of English. It sounds a little bit different, but at the end of the day, people, it is English and you understand it. Preferably, I'm used to the South. The dialect of English that we speak in Texas, I like it a little bit better, and it's a bit easier for me to understand than the dialect of English that they speak in Brooklyn. Okay? The same exact thing. I like C# a little bit better than Java. C# is easier for me to understand. It flows beautifully. And I can make just about anything with the C# language. I can make mobile apps such as the one that you see on my screen. I can make desktop apps. I can make web apps, Apple, Android apps. I mean, you name it, C# can definitely do it. And it's really easy for beginners to learn, which is another reason why I like it. If you want to go the Java route, that's great. We're also going to have a tutorial on Java, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see that C# is the more powerful language of the two. Now, to dive in a little bit to this mobile application that I have on my screen right now, it's called Squaddle, and it was supposed to be an imitation of Yik Yak. Thing about it is, I just started working on it on Monday, and mind you, it's Wednesday. Let's just use that as an example of how easy it is to learn C# and pick it up, and I only work on it for maybe 45 minutes to an hour a day. If you take a look at the mobile app, I got a couple of different objects on the screen. I have a title. I have this little guy right here. I don't know what the heck he is. Some type of platypus or duck. And then I have these buttons down here, specifically 3 buttons. C# is what we call an object-oriented programming language, meaning that each object that I have on my screen or within my application, I specifically provided a method. I specifically tell it what to do within the programming code. For example, if I click on this sign in button, I expect to be taken to the sign in page. If I type in a username, if I type in a password, if I click on my accept button and I hit Squaddle, I expect to be taken to the next phase of my application. Same thing when I click on this post button down here. If I type something, every single object within this application has its own mini piece of programming code that specifically tells that object to do something. If I click the back button, I need to tell it to take me back to the previous page. That is all programming is. You're just giving instructions to multiple objects within your application to complete a specific task. And I guarantee, programming is very easy. Do not be afraid. Do not be frightened by what you hear. It is really easy to pick up. So easy, a blind caveman can do it. That's pretty much all I have. I didn't want this to be a tutorial because I really want y'all to go to the class so I can show y'all the nitty gritty and I can show you all the code that goes on behind this mobile application. But in addition to that, we're going to make some pretty cool stuff that's really easy to understand in our Learn to Code class. Make sure y'all stay tuned on my website because I'm going to be adding tutorials as time progresses, some interactive videos, and a couple of easy projects that you all can work on at home just to build on that inner programmer inside of you. That's all I've got, guys. Look forward to seeing you all soon. And yeah, let's make sure we do some great coding. Signing out. See y'all later. Bye.